Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Third Wave Trades. Today I'm going to be doing a quick update on Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. This is a stock that we've been watching for a while, guys, and last week we saw, or was it 2 weeks ago, when they released their earnings, and that earnings acted as the catalyst for the spring move that we were talking about in our last video. Using the Wyckoff method. So we're just going to do a quick review on what has transpired since then, what we said in our last video, how everything played out since earnings, and see if we can use the wave count now to determine what are some of the next targets for how high Palantir can go. Alright guys, so if that sounds good, we will get into the video, but first a quick disclaimer: I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research, and or consult with a financial advisor before making any trading or investment decisions. Secondly, guys, if you could, please hit the like button down below if you find the content useful, and please subscribe to the channel if you guys want more Elliot wave breakdowns on your favorite stocks, cryptos, and commodities. Again, big thank you to everybody who has subscribed already. We're almost at 100 subscribers, so I really appreciate all the love from you guys. Alright guys, I don't want this video to be too long. Just want to give you guys a quick update. So today, the market is still open right now. You guys can see Palantir is at $11.30, up $1.05 for the day, about 10%. We hit a high of $11.49 for today, and right now we're just coming down, consolidating a little bit. The chart that I have over here is just a 4-hour chart, because I just want to show you guys what we're looking at in the last video, and that was basically the Wyckoff Accumulation method, right? So if you guys see over here, basically according to the accumulation method, we have these 5 different phases: phase A, B, C, and D. And we were talking about how at the time we were done with phase A, where we saw this preliminary support. We had our automatic rally move up, our selling climax. In phase B, we had our secondary test to the upside. And right before earnings, I was basically saying that we should be expecting a spring move. Now, I drew this zone down here, this green zone, saying that that would be my low target for how low we would go before we would see a spring move up. We didn't even go that low, guys, which is even more bullish for us. The earnings came out positive. It was and then we had great outlook, right, by Palantir. So that was the catalyst for us to get this major spring move up over here. We had a huge jump up from about a low of $7.30 to about $10, right? And now from that point, that was our phase C, right, where we get our spring move. And I'll pull up this chart so you guys can kind of compare the normal accumulation schematic to what Palantir has been doing, right? So you guys can see we had our phase A, our phase B, where we had our secondary test on the low side to the high side, and then in this phase C, right, we were expecting a lower spring to go lower than this secondary test, but we didn't even have to go that low. We just sprung up right away, and now, like I said, we would expect after a phase C spring, we would be looking for a series of a series of sign of strengths and last points of support, and that's basically what we did, guys. So we went up to about $10.30. We came back down. We formed our sign of strength and our last point of support, and now we are rallying higher for the past couple of days. Today hitting $11.49. Right. So essentially, now what we could be looking for, right? We're basically out of the phase D where we did our sign of strength, and we're in phase E now. So we should be expecting some more sign of strength, last point of supports, move higher, sign of strength, last point of support, move higher, right? So that's basically what we are seeing from the Wyckoff method. All right, so that's what we can expect. Now, leaving that aside, now things are looking good on that end. I'm going to use the wave theory to basically come up with a possible target for where we can move. Now, if you guys saw my first video on Palantir, I said that Palantir looked like it could be headed to $14. I still think that that is the case, and the way that I'm coming up with that is obviously this was our first wave, as you guys can see, going back to December, our December lows. We had a 5-wave move up. This could also possibly be counted as a 3-wave move up, in which case, if this is a 3-wave move up, then we had this 3-wave. We could be expecting a 3-wave move here. I don't think that that's the case with Palantir, right? It's obviously one of these tech stocks. It's heavy in AI. It looks like a really strong tech AI stock. And as you guys can see from NVIDIA, I'll pull it up. I posted an NVIDIA video yesterday, and I will do an update because it looks like it is more bullish than we anticipated it would be. And I gave you guys this alternate scenario, which looks like the alternate scenario is playing out, right? So basically, AI is on the move. It's really running, led by NVIDIA, right? So now, Palantir, I think we're going to have an impulsive count too. I'm not really expecting a leading diagonal playing out. I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit more impulsive, right? For now, we'll see as the price develops if we have to make any adjustments. But for right now, I think that we can take this first wave as a 5-wave count, right? Then we had this WXY second wave correction, and now we are basically looking to do a 3rd wave move, right? And we're already in it, right? And this started from that spring move, which the earnings was a catalyst for. So if that's the case, guys, right, we're going to take our Fibonacci extension tool, right, and we're going to apply it from the to the bottom of the second wave, and we're going to look at a couple of counts here, right? So the first one is right here. This is the target that we're going to be looking for, which is the 161.8%, which is the primary target for a 3rd wave move, right? Now, it could go higher than that, right? It could go, as you guys saw was the case with NVIDIA. We are above that 161.8%, so the next target would be our 261.8%, which would be able to take us to like $18.80. It's just something that we're gonna have to monitor and see how it is. But right now, it's playing out. It's looking very bullish. It's looking very strong. So those are the two targets I'm looking at. Roughly $14, and we'll round it up to 50 cents, $14.50, or we'll say $18.75. All right. So those are the targets that we're looking at right now. If we look at this 3rd wave in and of itself, we can put like a wave count over here of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we're looking for something to play out like this. Again, if it ends up being a leading diagonal, I mean, that's something that only time will tell. We'll have to see how the wave plays out, but it looks more impulsive than that. So that's the level that I think that we are headed for. Playing out as is. Once we get this 3rd wave, then we would look for a 4th wave retracement, and then a 5th wave. But yeah, so those are the two targets that I have in mind, right? Slightly, like our standard move that we're looking for is about $14.40 or 50 cents, and then a slightly more bullish interpretation would be the 2.618, right? So that's going to be the next targets that we're looking for on this move up, and then we'll just keep a track of it and see where it goes from there. Alright guys, that's really all I have right now. I don't want to go too in-depth right now as this move is playing out. Right now, I can just say that it does look bullish. RSI is a little high, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if this on a like pulls back a little bit before it does this move, right? It doesn't have to get there all at once. And it's the hardest part about the Elliot wave theory is trying to come up with time projections for these price predictions. So this is something I know most people who are huge on Palantir are long-term investors anyway, right? You guys aren't really looking too much to trade, like to buy calls and things like that. you guys are long-term shareholders who probably have averaged down on all these dips and stuff. So I think that would be the best way to play it right now, is to just keep averaging down on pullbacks and adding to your position. This is a long-term play, Palantir, for most people. So just wanted to give you guys a kind of like a near-term target of where it's headed, right? Obviously, long-term, this thing could really move much higher. But for the short term, if there is anybody day trading it out there, if there's anybody who are playing options on it, these are sort of like targets that I'm looking for in the near future. All right. Yeah, so that's really it, guys. Right now, I think overall Palantir looks good. We got that spring move that we were looking at in the Wyckoff Accumulation method, which was huge. Earnings was great. The outlook for Palantir looks good, and with AI booming right now, I think you can't go wrong with Palantir Technologies. All right, guys. So that's all that I have for today. If you guys liked the video, you found it useful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more Elliot Wave breakdowns on your favorite stocks, cryptos, and commodities. I will be back with more. Peace.